I found the nugget. Listen up.
Suppress any show of leadership by the black man and always deal with the black woman. Never with the black man. So I find it interesting that the Democratic Party does that. So he wanted to open a dialogue. So, I mean, I hear all these people talking about Trump is a racist, but I deal with Biden, and I remember the thing I got wound up sending me to Delaware. So I was paying attention to this racist who at that point was campaigning for U.S. Senator. So while I'm in Delaware, here comes George Wallace in a wheelchair campaigning for Biden because he had impressed him as an intern. Strom Thurmond campaigning for Biden. John B. Stennis, you know, the whole panoply of old line segregationists. And Biden was bragging about being the youngest remaining Dixiecrat in the Democratic Party, and he was talking about desegregation was an evil. He was talking about how proud he was that Delaware owned slaves and they knew how to handle the Negro, and he was upset that Delaware didn't go with the Confederacy. He said, I know how the Negro thinks. I know that they know I know what's best for them. And he was talking that stuff. They brought it back up. Negroes behave like animals. And where they are, there are zoos and there are jungles. And I'm not letting my children go to a jungle, go to a zoo populated by animals. I said, oh, man, wow. You really hate that fool. And Faubus even came down there before he died. And then, see, he gave the eulogy for Strom Thurmond, for God's sakes. This is Biden. And then, he was around there on TV, and I was practicing law by then. I remember a speech he gave that was televised with the predecessor for what is now C-SPAN. He's going, one tiny rock. 5 years mandatory under the new sentencing guidelines that myself and the great Senator Strom Thurmond have been pushing. The judges will have no discretion. 5 years for one rock. And then the rest of it was 10 rocks was supposed to be equated sentence-wise with a kilo of pure coke. 1 year per rock after you get past that 5-year minimum for one rock.
Oh my God. That Judge Brown, I'm gonna tell you.
That was in 79, not 94. Everybody thinks that he really jacked us around with the 94 crime bill. The one that poisoned us was the one he and Strom Thurmond did, 79-80. That took away the power of federal judges to put somebody on probation, except for a designated series of crimes that were misdemeanors, and the person had to be youthful, which was 25 years and under, so that they could give him some relief. So we stopped plea bargaining in the federal system for time, and you did sentence. In other words, my client will plead out to something with a 5-year cap. So you had no control over the sentencing. The judge had no control because the guidelines were so detailed and strict, he had no discretion.